through how to create a new produce item on Vela OS. So it's very straightforward. You basically click on Supply, click on the supplier list, select the supplier that you'd like to add to their shopping list. So let's add something to A. David. And then I'm going to add an item to the list. All I need to do is fill out all the relevant sections, assign it to the relevant category. Any notes you might want to make, whether that's preparation notes or product notes, you can enter them there. Then you go down into how you buy it. So remember the difference between units and grams. If we were buying a case of carrots, I would enter 1 case, and the carrots are, let's say, 5,000 grams or 5 kilos at a price of whatever it might be. Typically food isn't VATable, alcohol always is, packaging always is. If it is, you can just tick that and select the appropriate VAT level. Typically, you wouldn't temperature record an ingredient. You would temperature record the fridge or freezer. If you've got a special ingredient that must be temperature recorded, then you can tick that and add it to your temperature sheets. Of course, allergens are very important, so you can select the relevant allergens that are contained within this produce item, or tick has no allergens. You can then include your ingredients, so test is test, and insert, or if it was an ingredient like mayonnaise, which was a composite of a load of ingredients, what you can do is you can just go onto a supplier website, type an ingredient, and simply copy and paste them in. One thing to remember is to have commas in between each ingredient, like so, and then each ingredient will have its own entry. You can disregard weight of container and warning levels, tick it if you want it in a stock take, tick it if you want it in a build list. Typically you don't include ingredients in build lists, but watch a video on that one if you want to know more about that. And if you have a central production kitchen, which you want this ingredient to only feature part of their shopping list and or stock take, you can click on build store only. The final point is around entering nutrition. So once you've saved the item, you can then get nutrition. So let's just save this. There we go, that's saved. Then get nutrition, enter something here. Now this will refer to the FSA online database. It is an open source database, so I would tread carefully. What we do at Double Puck is we enter the values manually. So then you can tick if it's vegan or vegetarian, and you can enter the relevant nutritional information that you want to associate with that product. If you want to include polyunsaturated fat, monounsaturated fat, calcium, etc., you can do, or you can just enter the ones that are relevant for your business. Then you press associate, and that nutritional information will be associated with this produce item. Just looping back to amount sold in, I've given you the example of a case of carrots, which are only bought in cases. However, if you buy carrots in kilos, you would select kilos here and update that to 1,000 grams. An example like a case of Coke, which comes in 24 cans, I would enter 24 units because we buy Coca-Cola in 24 units. So that's the relationship in terms of when to mark down a unit and what a unit means, and when to mark down a gram and what a gram means. That is how you create produce items on Vela OS.